On July 22, 2021, a 35-year-old pregnant woman from Western Visayas tested positive for COVID-19. Weeks later, on August 15, the health department in the Philippine Genome Center said the woman had been infected with the Lambda variant. That made her the Philippines' first detected Lambda case. The problem is, she's a local case, likely only one in a chain of transmission involving several people. The first true case, in all likelihood, may have been someone who came into the Philippines from a foreign country. There's a reason this isn't certain yet. The Philippines is limited in testing for variants. Only the PGC is equipped to do genome sequencing to identify Delta or Lambda cases. Lambda is the variant rapidly spreading in South America. Its detection in the Philippines comes as cases reached record-breaking numbers fueled by another variant, the highly contagious Delta. How worried should we be for this new variant? Lambda was first detected in Peru back in late 2020. It's currently present in over 40 countries, and scientists are watching it closely because of its unusual combination of mutations that may affect the virus and how it spreads, how deadly it is, and how it responds to treatments. Scientists found that it has several mutations in the spike protein that the virus uses to infect human cells.
The Lambda variant it's known as C37. There are several mutations in the Lambda variant in the spike protein. There are some amino acid deletions. There's a number of characteristics of it that caused some concern because, of course, any changes in the virus pose some threat to its ability for the vaccines to work.
Some preprint studies that have yet to be peer-reviewed suggest the Lambda variant may potentially affect the performance of vaccines. Scientists in Japan found Lambda's mutations might be able to evade antibodies generated by available shots. But more work still needs to be done to determine if Lambda is more transmissible or more deadly than other variants, and if it can render vaccines less effective.
At the moment, we classify this as a variant of interest at the global level. It doesn't mean it is less important by any means. It is one that we are actively discussing, and we are actively trying to gather and garner as much information as we can from all available sources.
The good news is, experts say current response measures continue to work.
To date, there is no evidence to suggest it has a greater transmissibility or that current countermeasures are not effective against it.
So far, data has shown that the Delta variant still dominates over Lambda.
Our understanding of the Lambda variant is in the countries where it has been detected, primarily in the Americas, it's going down. I wouldn't say it's necessarily dying out, but it's reducing, and Delta is just very efficient. So wherever Delta is found, it's replacing the other circulating strains.
Scientists and health officials remain firm that if we want to stop the rise of variants, we need to stem the spread of the virus. One way to do that is by practicing health measures like wearing masks and making sure vaccination is done as widely as possible, as soon as possible.
A lot remains uncertain. But at this critical moment in the pandemic, we must continue to make the best decision we can based on our experience, shared learning, and reliable data in order to create the future that we want. It is within our power to reduce the threat of the virus, but by making the most of every tool we have to fight it today. Doing this will help us get back to something closer to the life we all want.
Variants are a reminder that the pandemic isn't over yet. Its threat is always just around the corner. But ending this crisis or prolonging it, that's up to us.